April 2016, in a quiet corner of San Francisco's McLaren Park, a city worker noticed a piece of plywood laying strangely in the bush. Beneath it, they discovered the body of a young mother, 32-year-old Nicole Fitts. But the story didn't end there. Nicole's 2-year-old daughter, Aranna, was missing, and to this day, she has never been found. This is not just a story of a life cut short. It is the story of a devoted mother, a little girl whose smile lit up every room she went in, and one of San Francisco's most haunting unsolved cases. This is the case of Nicole and Aranna Fitts. Long before her name was tied to a tragedy, Nicole Fitts was a little girl growing up in California. Life was never easy for her or her family. Hardships and poverty touched her early years. But even as a child, family members remember Nicole as someone full of light. While little has been shared publicly about Nicole's parents or her family, she has always emphasized that the kind of person she was. Her sister had said that she was warm, bubbly personality, the kind of girl who would make people laugh even in difficult times. She was quick to share a smile and even quicker to look after people around her. Those who knew her say Nicole carried the same spirit into adulthood. What she learned as a child was resilience, determination, and compassion. It shaped the woman and the mother she would later become. She didn't let struggles of her early years define her. Instead, she challenged them into caring for others, into working hard to provide for her daughters, and into making sure that anyone in her circle felt seen and cared for. Now, her sister Contessa described her as always cheerful and always giving, traits that had been part of her life since childhood. Nicole's early life may have marked by challenges, but it was also the foundation of her strength and kindness that everyone around her would come to know so well. Friends and family remember Nicole as someone who, despite the challenges she faced, was cheerful, deeply caring. She was the kind of person who always wanted to help others, even when she herself was struggling. And those that knew her say she carried certain resilience. She knew what it was like to go without, and she worked hard to make sure her children wouldn't have to feel the same weight. And she was always humble. Now, Nicole worked long hours at the Harrison Street Best Buy in San Francisco. Co-workers described her as dependable and hardworking, the kind of employee who always shows up even when life outside of work was unstable. Her job was more than just a paycheck for her. It was how she supported her daughters, how she kept pushing forward despite the weight of poverty and housing insecurity. But Nicole's personal life was far from easy. Bay Area rentals forced her to send the oldest daughter to live with her father in Southern California, a decision that really broke her heart. With Aranna just 2.5 years old, Nicole bounced between relatives' homes, homeless shelters, friends, couches. She did whatever she could do to make sure Aranna had food, clothing, and care. Sometimes that meant trusting others to watch Aranna for days at a time while she worked, or looking for a stable housing. Her family says, despite all of this, Nicole's spirit never dimmed. Aranna was born on September 6, 2013, in California. She had black hair, brown eyes, and at the time of her disappearance, she was only 2 feet tall and weighed about 45 pounds. She was just over 2 years old, bright eyes, a sweet smile that would melt your heart. A little girl who should have grown up surrounded by love, laughter, and her family. Instead, her name was on a missing persons flyer, her face on age progression images, her story still unresolved. It has been years. Aranna Fitts, a child who vanished when her world was torn apart, and a family who refuses to stop searching until she comes home. A little girl just 2.5 years old vanished without a trace. Her mother found in a park. The search for Aranna Fitts is still going, and her family's hope remains unbroken.
Say San Francisco toddler whose mother was found dead at a city park. KTVU has learned that police are now looking at 3 people.
KTVU's Tara Moriarty met with the woman's sisters who for the first time visited the scene where Nicole Fitts' body was found.
This is the first time Nicole Fitts' sisters and sister-in-law have seen the shallow grave where her body was dumped.
It's heartbreaking. It's unbelievable.
The spot is hidden in the trees next to a children's playground at McLaren Park.
I don't know how anyone could do this to her. It's been almost unbearable.
Rec and park workers found Nicole's body April 8th, concealed under a piece of wood.
I had no idea it would be so close to people. It's just awful.
The trio chokes back sobs as they describe what a generous and loving mother Nicole was to her 2-year-old daughter Aranna, who disappeared early February.
There's just, it's unfathomable. It really is. And I'm angry that someone took her from me.
Friends say Nicole, an employee at Best Buy, was struggling to make ends meet, so she left her daughter in the care of this woman, Ciolo Hearn. We tried to talk to Hearn today at her Emeryville home, but were told she was unavailable.
Ciolo said it. I mean, she must be devastated because she knew them. And
she really hasn't talked about it at all.
Friends say Hearn gave Aranna to her sister, Helena Martin, and her husband, Devin, who live in Oakland on Castro Street.
Could I talk to you for a second about Aranna Fitts and Nicole Fitts? Weren't they last seen in your apartment? Do you know who I'm talking about?
The Martins refused to speak to KTVU. Police say they and Hearn have not cooperated with the investigation and have provided inconsistent statements.
We understand she was last seen with you?
In fact, they've hired an attorney whom we spoke to 3 weeks ago.
If these people were the last known people who had contact with them, why wouldn't they be forthcoming with everybody about, sharing that information? It kind of just doesn't really add up.
Well, we're making the assumption that they're the last people that had contact with the little girl, and I don't know that to be the case.
While the Martins and Hearn haven't been named suspects officially, Helena told a neighbor she's being targeted unfairly because she has a criminal record. She served 6 years in prison back in 2001 for killing the father of her child.
Yeah, you have to be pretty cold to do something like this.
Meanwhile, Nicole's sisters grieve for Nicole, but hold out hope that Aranna is still alive.
She belongs at home here with us. Her mom's gone. She needs to be at home.
This is a heartbreaking and urgent case of Aranna. By all accounts, Aranna was a joyful toddler and the center of her mother's world. Very little has been shared about Aranna's father, but Nicole was her primary caregiver. Aranna's daily life and safety revolved around her mother. That makes Nicole's murder and Aranna's disappearance all that more devastating. It left their family and the community desperate for answers and robbed Aranna of one person who loved her the most. But in April of 2016, everything changed. Nicole believed she was leaving Aranna in the hands of a trusted friend, but in reality, this arrangement set in motion events that would end her life and her daughter's disappearance. In January or February of 2016, Aranna was last seen in Oakland, California, reportedly in the care of her babysitter and her husband. On April 1st, Nicole finished her shift at Best Buy. She told her roommate she was going to pick up Aranna. She was upset and determined to bring her little girl back home, but Nicole never returned. 4 days later, on April 5th, Nicole and Aranna were reported missing. And on April 8th, just 3 days later, that's when Nicole's body was discovered in San Francisco McLaren Park. She had been murdered, and Aranna was nowhere to be found. Now, a pair of workers discovered her body just steps from the children's playground. Police said it had been covered by a piece of plywood that contained unusual markings on it. Investigators quickly connected Nicole's disappearance to those who were last caring for Aranna. Police has said that Nicole was lured into the meeting by the babysitter that night. She vanished. But despite repeating questioning, those individuals have given inconsistent statements and have refused to cooperate with police. And Aranna has never been located. The FBI and San Francisco Police Department continue to investigate. Over the years, they have released age progression images of Aranna showing what she might look like even today. In 2022, billboards went up in Las Vegas asking for the public's help.
Developing news, San Francisco police confirming tonight a new lead in a year-long search for a missing toddler who disappeared after her mother was brutally killed. Good evening, I'm Juliette Goodrich.
And I'm Brian Hackney. KPIX5's Kate Kogarin is at McLaren Park in San Francisco tonight, where the little girl's family is still holding out hope.
Nearly a year ago today, Nicole Fitts' body was found in a shallow grave here at McLaren Park. Her daughter, Aranna, is still missing. Her family says time has passed, but emotions are raw.
It doesn't feel like this is reality. I feel like any day now, my sister's going to call me.
But the reality for Contessa Fitts is she will never hear her sister Nicole's voice again. This day last year was the last time anyone saw Nicole alive. Their focus now, finding Nicole's now 3-year-old daughter, Aranna.
Aranna is our hope. We're doing everything we can to have this little girl home.
Tonight, there may be a break in the case. San Francisco police say FBI investigators have seized a vehicle that may be connected to Nicole's murder and Aranna's disappearance. Her family says investigators will test the car for possible DNA evidence.
As unfortunate as it is that these things are happening, it's also just great news.
Great news in light of a family tragedy. Tonight, the Fitts family's candlelight vigil marks the anniversary of Nicole's murder and Aranna's disappearance.
It is really hard. It's been a very difficult year.
Since Aranna went missing, the FBI executed search warrants in Oakland, Emeryville, and Daly City, all in an effort to find the little girl. The family say investigators initially focused on Aranna's babysitter, Helena Martin, and that Helena may be the key to bringing Aranna home alive.
I would really hate to think someone Nicole trusted with her child, that someone Nicole trusted as a friend, would do anything to harm either Nicole or Aranna.
Police still have no suspect in Nicole's murder, but her sister Contessa believes Nicole's death is connected with her niece's disappearance.
Whoever is responsible for Aranna being missing is responsible for murdering my sister.
Nicole's former employer, Best Buy, is offering a $10,000 reward that will lead to Aranna's safe return and any information that will lead to the arrest in Nicole's murder. In San Francisco, Kate Kogarin.
The FBI have made it clear nothing's off the table. They believe there are people, perhaps even in Las Vegas Valley, who knows what happened. The reward has been up to $250,000 has been offered for the information leading to justice in Nicole's murder and Aranna's disappearance. For Aranna's family, the search has never stopped. Her aunt, Contessa, has spoken out again and again, urging the public not to forget. She said the reason for Aranna's abduction and my sister's murder is because someone wanted Aranna as their own. I can't give up. I can't stop searching, she said. These words reflect the unimaginable pain and determination of a family still waiting for answers. Today, Aranna would be 12 years old, perhaps a curious preteen with new hobbies, new dreams, and a whole new future ahead of her. But that future remains uncertain until the truth is uncovered. Nicole's life was stolen, Aranna's life is still in limbo, and a family continues to wait for answers. This case is a reminder of how fragile safety can be and how powerful awareness is. Share Aranna's story to keep her name alive, because somewhere, someone knows the truth. If you have any information about Aranna, please contact San Francisco Police Department tip hotline at 415-575-4444, or you can text tip 41 with your message. Tips can be left anonymously. Your call could be the one that brings Aranna home. After Nicole's death, it was her family, especially her sisters, who refused to let Nicole's name fade into silence, speaking out and fighting to keep both Nicole's memory and Aranna's disappearance in the eye of the public. San Francisco police, alongside the FBI, have recently turned to a promising new DNA technology to reprocess evidence from the crime scene. Commander Greg McGecker explained, "We've authorized numerous search warrants not just here in California, but in other states as well. We've also towed a vehicle we believe may be tied to this crime, and we're making some unbelievable strides in this case. Even with these new developments, investigators have never disclosed how Nicole was really killed. What remains clear is unsolved. The most haunting question has always been about her daughter. Aranna had already been missing for weeks, last seen in February, and has never been found. Well, this is it for this case. And if you'd like more cases covered with care and respect, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell. It means the world to us. And we will keep you updated on this case for sure. We care, so you stay aware. The next case is already calling. Bye-bye for now.